Go pay my respects to yonder young lady and tell her she is a true lover of mine. Tell her to make me a fine cambric shirt every season, both narrow and twine, without either seam or needle stitch work, and then she can be a true lover of mine. Tell her to wash it at yonder's well every season, both narrow and twine, where water ne'er sprung nor rain never fell, and then she can be a true lover of mine. Tell her to dry it on yonder's thorn bush every season, both narrow and twine, where blossoms ne'er bloom since Adam was born, and then she can be a true lover of mine. Go pay my respects to yonder's young man and tell him he is a true lover of mine. Tell him to buy him an acre of land every season, both narrow and twine, between the salt waters and the sea sand, and then he can be a true lover of mine. Tell him to plow it with a muley cow's horn every season, both narrow and twine, and seed it all over with 1 grain of corn, and then he can be a true lover of mine. Tell him to thrash it with a sickle of leather every season, both narrow and twine, and bind it all up with a pea-rooster's feather, and then he can be a true lover of mine. Tell him to thrash it on yonder's wall every season, both narrow and twine, and not for his life let 1 grain fall, and then he can be a true lover of mine. And when he is through and finished his work every season, both narrow and twine, why, tell the darn fool to come after his shirt, and then he can be a true lover of mine.
Your mother called that
the impossibilities. Because everything in it seemed to be impossible.
Yes, like what?
Well, about making the shirt without either seam or needle stitch work.
Yeah.
And washing it a well where water never sprung, the rain never fell.
Yeah. That's really quite a song.
But the boy's part was worse than the girls, because he used to have to buy an acre of land between the salt water and the sea sand. And he used to plow with a muley cow's horn, and muley cow don't have any horn. And seed it all over with 1 grain of corn. And
Thrash it without dropping up.
without, yeah. And had to cut it with a sickle of leather.
Yeah.
So his was really harder than hers.